Okay, so now we have our server that is up and running. We have our Windows machine that is up and running, and we have our keylogger on the Windows machine. Now, Windows machine in and of itself is it's very isolated, so you can't really actually make any sort of meaningful interactions between it and the host without some heavy modifications, especially because it's a Windows VM. In order for there are multiple ways of doing this really, but I'm just going to use a regular USB, to transfer this keylogger file onto my host machine, and then from there I'm going to go ahead and transfer it onto the server. So now what I'm going to do is take a regular USB and just plug it into my physical machine. So let me go ahead and do that. Oh God, bumped my microphone there. Okay, so now I have plugged a USB into my physical machine, and now I'm going to pass that USB to this machine. Before I pass it, just go ahead and do this. So set enforce 0. This is a runtime change. This is not a permanent change. This sets the SE Linux to permissive mode so that the USB can actually be passed to the virtual machine. Okay, so go on to the blue letter I, add hardware, USB host device, and then just find it here. So it should be listed. There we go. So Transcendent Incorporate Jet Flash, I think. So this is my USB. Once you plug it in, I don't know, just take a look. It will be here. So just select it and click on Finish. And you might have heard this sound. It was plugged out of my physical machine and plugged into my virtual machine by just doing this. Okay, so let's expand this. Let's go into the file browser, or file explorer as it is referred to here. And I have this drive, so let's just go ahead and format it. Sure, it's a lot bigger than this, but the Windows doesn't see it all. Okay, so capacity, what? Whoa. 516 megabytes. Oh, wow. Okay, so there's a problem. Let me just go ahead and fix that real quick. Maybe I don't need to. How big is the keylogger? It's very small. It actually takes 0.2 megabytes of RAM. Oh, okay, so it's less than 2 megabytes. I don't actually need to create this fix. I'm just gonna go ahead and copy this onto here. Okay, so I've pasted it, and now I can go down onto this arrow. There's a USB and mass storage device. Excellent. So safe to remove. Just do safety remove. Not a mandatory thing, but definitely a recommended thing to do always. Okay, close this and minimize this, and open up a file manager on Fedora. Okay, I'm opening it up on another screen, and then it's popping on this one if you're wondering what's going on. But it doesn't matter, you know how to open up a file manager by this point in time. Okay, so just go, actually, you know what, even better. Let me just go ahead and open up another window in the terminal here, so a new window. This is the default mount point for pretty much everything that is plugged into the machine, so this is something that you should know about. So it's run media. Okay, I need root for that, so let me just bring up the root terminal. So cd/run. Okay. Run media. Why won't you go in there? Okay, let me have a look. Okay, bus failback, KDM, Maria, mount. No. Okay. Mount SQL network. Okay. I did not mount it in the first place. So you need to actually physically unplug your USB and then plug it back in. I kind of forgot about that. So just go ahead and unplug your USB physically from the machine, and then you can plug it back in. Okay. And now you see the problem will occur because your Windows machine still has it occupied. So you also need to remove it here. So remove just the USB that you have passed, and that should be fine. Okay, so the USB doesn't seem to be functional. It has to be functional. Let me have a look at it in the file manager. Strange. Okay, it's not even mounted. Well, no big deal. I mean, who cares? You can just do fdisk-l, and SDC is my USB device. So I'm just going to go ahead and type in mount-dev SDC, and it's going to be 1 because no, actually it's going to be SDC2. I know that's SDC2 because it's 5.2 megabytes. And I'm going to mount that to, I don't know, MNT. Let's just mount it there. And then I'm going to go cd/mnt ls. And there you go. I actually have it. It's keylogger.exe. So it's right there. Or you could have just went into your file manager and actually just basically, yeah. So Anaconda, or these are, yep. So we just go here. That's how my USB is named, Anaconda, and you can get the keylogger from here. You don't need to go through all this process in the terminal. You can just go ahead and click on it quite literally, and it will auto mount the USB. So a little bit of a simpler procedure. But hey, I like doing things via the terminal, so yeah. Now that that's done, we need to go ahead and perform we need to copy this onto the server. So you need to type in scp space, and then the file which you're going to be copying over, then your username. And actually, this is not going to work because this file is... Who owns this file? Root owns this file. So ch own chronic keylogger.exe. So changing ownership. Okay. It's on the USB, so I can't really do modifications there at this point in time. So let's just go ahead and do this. So cp keylogger.exe, and I'm going to do the home chronic. I don't know. Let's just copy it to desktop. I don't really care. Okay, so it's copied there, and let's go to home chronic desktop, and then let's do keylogger.exe. Who owns it? Root owns it. So let's go ahead and change the ownership of the file. Ch own chronic keylogger.exe, and let's check the ownership now. Okay, chronic owns it. Okay, so now let's type in scp. Well, I need to go to home chronic desktop, and then let's type in scp, and the thing that we're going to copy is the keylogger.exe, and the server username is root. I do not know the IP address. I'm going to need to actually check that out. Okay, so let's just copy it from there. Paste. And then we're going to do a colon. So we need some remote directory. Root will be fine. I don't really care. And then it's going to be port 60,001. Oh, right. Copying done. Let me go back to the terminal where I'm logged into the server. Okay, so there you go. I have the keylogger.exe here. Now, I am going to move keylogger.exe from being keylogger.exe to being windows.exe. So that I'm just going to rename it basically. And then I'm going to move windows.exe to var www html, press enter here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and open up the Firefox again, and here along with my address I'm gonna type in windows.exe, and there, voila, there you go. I am able to download the keylogger now, the same keylogger that I have actually uploaded onto the server. Okay, so now that we have confirmed that that is working, please write the IP address of your server down somewhere, and we need to check the hash. So MD5 sum, and oh god, I need to go somewhere. So this is no longer here, it's in var www html ll MD5 sum windows.exe. Take a note of this string here. So write it down somewhere. What is the MD5 sum? It basically generates a code, and it takes this file as a seed for the generation of that code. Suppose we changed windows.exe by even a single byte, or even by a single bit. This would not be the same. This would be different. And that is something that we shall use to verify the integrity of our download. The script that we shall write in the follow-up tutorials will actually use this hash to verify that we indeed have downloaded the right keylogger, because once it downloads it, it's gonna hash it, and then it will compare the hash of the downloaded file to this hash here. So if the hashes match, it's going to proceed onwards. If the hashes do not match, nothing is going to happen. So we are making sure that we are downloading our keylogger and our keylogger alone and nothing else. So write the IP address of the server down somewhere, open up kwrite or whatever, and write the hash of the file somewhere. Keep in mind, even the smallest changes to this file will change the hash. Okay, so that's going to be it for this tutorial. The server is set up, the keylogger can be downloaded. Next up, we're going to start programming in Windows. We're going to start creating some scripts which are going to be able to pull this keylogger, download it, install it, set it to run at boot time, etc. Once we're done with those scripts, we're going to move on to programming the Arduino device to act as a keyboard and to perform all these tasks for us. Bid you farewell.